Hey there, and welcome. Have you ever had that feeling where you know all the English grammar rules, you've got the vocabulary down, but then you get into a real conversation and it all just kind of falls apart? Well, that's exactly what we're going to tackle today. We're going way beyond the textbook to help you master the real, everyday English conversations you're actually going to have.
You know, it's such a common feeling. You spend all this time studying, but when it's time to do something simple like order a coffee or make plans with a new friend, your mind just goes blank. But hey, trust me, you are not alone in this. And the best part? There are actual patterns to these situations. And today, we're going to learn.
All right, let's dive right in. The whole idea here is to break down these real-world moments into simple, repeatable patterns. We're going to give you the exact phrases, the exact steps you need, so you can stop doing that mental translation thing and just start talking with some real confidence.
So, here's what we've got on tap. First, we'll kick things off with the fun stuff, socializing and making plans. Then, we'll get into all the essentials you need when you're out and about, travel, food, and shopping. After that, a really crucial skill, how to solve problems without being rude. And to finish up, we'll pack it all into your communication toolkit. Let's do this.
First up, making plans. I mean, this is the bread and butter of any social life, right? Whether you're trying to grab a quick coffee with someone or organize a whole weekend camping trip. It might feel a little intimidating, but you're about to see that it follows a really simple, predictable flow.
And here it is. Pretty much every plan you'll ever make follows these 4 basic steps. You start with a simple hello, you suggest something to do, you figure out the when and where, and then, this is key, you lock it in with a final confirmation. Something like, awesome, see you there. Once you get this formula in your head, you can use it for literally anything. Okay, so when you're suggesting something, this little phrase right here, it's pure gold. Asking, are you free, is just so much more natural and polite than saying, let's go out Saturday. It's friendly, it's casual, and it gives the other person a really easy way to say no if they're busy. It is the perfect way to kick off a plan.
But what if you're the one being asked and you're just not sure? Well, this phrase is about to become your new best friend. It's super polite, it sounds professional, and it shows you're taking the invitation seriously. But it also buys you some time so you don't have to give an answer right away that you might have to take back later. Total pro move.
All right, let's keep things rolling. Now that you've successfully made plans to go out, what happens when you actually get there? This next part is all about handling those everyday situations with total confidence, from booking a hotel room to ordering your dinner.
Okay, let's picture this. A really common travel situation. You're at the front desk of a hotel, or maybe you're on the phone. What's the absolute essential information you need to share to book that room without any mix-ups? It's way simpler than you might think.
See, it's a simple little pattern. Step 1, you just state the basics. Hi, I'd like a room for 3 people. Step 2, you give the specifics. We need it starting June 3rd, and we'd love a sea view room if you have one. And finally, step 3, you give them your name and number. That's it. Clear, simple, and gets the job done.
And guess what? That exact same idea of being clear and simple works perfectly when you're ordering food. Just look at this exchange. You don't need fancy, complicated sentences. A simple, I would like or I will take is perfect. The most important thing is being clear so the waiter can confirm and everybody gets what they ordered. Easy.
All right, so while we're on the topic of travel and staying in new places, let me share a super interesting cultural tidbit you might run into, especially if you're in Germany. It's a concept called Luften. It's basically this cultural practice of throwing the windows wide open for a few minutes to get fresh air in, even if it's the middle of winter. It's just a great little piece of cultural info to have, so you're not surprised when your host suddenly airs out the whole house.
And now for after the meal, when the check arrives. Here's a really practical cultural tip. In a lot of places in Europe, when you're out with a group of friends, it's really common to just split the bill evenly. It's less about calculating every single penny and more about just enjoying the shared time together. It keeps things simple and friendly.
Okay, so far, we've imagined everything going perfectly. But life happens, right? Things go wrong. This next section is all about how to handle those problems, from asking for a tiny favor to making a serious complaint in a way that's polite but still gets you the result you need.
Okay, check these out. What do they all have in common? They're all direct, they're all clear, and they all start politely. Whether your luggage got lost or your phone is about to die, the best strategy is to just state the problem simply. You'd be surprised how often people are happy to help if they just know what you need. These are definitely your go-to phrases. Oh man, this comparison is so important to get right. The aggressive approach on the left, all that's going to do is start a fight. But look at the one on the right, the polite and effective one. By calmly explaining your situation, hey, our car is broken, you make the other person want to help you. The big takeaway here is explain your problem, don't just make demands.
And this right here might be the most powerful tool you have for making any kind of complaint. I call them cushion words. They soften the whole conversation. So instead of just blurting out, "My buffalo wings are cold," you say, "Excuse me, I'm so sorry to be a pain, but my wings seem to be a little cold." That tiny change in tone makes all the difference in the world.
Wow, we've covered a lot of ground, haven't we? From making plans with friends to sorting out problems when you travel. So now, let's put it all together. Let's build a simple, powerful toolkit you can take with you into any conversation.
And here it is, your cheat sheet for successful conversations. Always start politely with those cushion words. Always, always confirm the key details, the time, the place, the order, so there's no confusion. If you're not sure, just ask, and state what you need clearly and simply. And of course, keep those little cultural norms in mind. If you can master these 5 points, you'll be set for just about anything.
So the theory is done. Now comes the fun part, actually doing it. Think about one of these situations we talked about. Maybe making a plan with a coworker, ordering something new at a cafe, or asking for a little help. The patterns are simple, you've got the phrases, all the tools you need are right here. So the only real question left is, what conversation will you start today?